Welcome back to Building a Boat by the River, where my partner and I are building a 41-foot wooden sailing boat in southern Tasmania. In this episode, we finally bed down the portside bulwark plank and portside capping rail. This is a very long plank to lift up and fasten to the boat itself. It's quite exciting because it makes the boat even, port and starboard, and makes her seem more finished. So from the portside cap rail, we then move down and I start laminating up some knees for the back of the boat there. They go up on the very aft of the boat and take the taff rail, which sort of connects to the port and starboard side capping rail. So we hope you enjoy this episode and enjoy. Okie dokie. Today we are going to lift the portside bulwark plank up onto the hull. We've spent a lot of time painting and preparing this plank, fitting the cleats and all those various items before the plank can be fastened on. The fun thing about this plank is when it's fastened on, port and starboard will almost be symmetrical, which is really exciting. It's been a long time coming to get both sides looking the same. So yeah, we're going to lift up this plank with the girls, get it in place, dry fit it, sort of fasten it in temporarily, take it off, and then put some adhesive behind it and bed it down for good. So yeah, this should be fun. The plank itself is probably, I don't know, almost 50 foot long, so it's a very long plank because it goes around the boat. The boat itself is 41 feet, so by the time you go around that curve, it's very long, floppy plank that we have to get back upstairs. Alright, let's go.
So you don't know what the plan is, but you find out because you might need to do it.
You just, like, I'll just pull you. I just
what
pull.
Jeremy does. No one knows
I
what's
just
going
pull
on.
you guys the right way.
Okay.
Coat. Might have to put it on edge at some point, but I'm still happy if you're happy.
Yeah.
Let's go, Joe. Alright, so we'll just get roughly where we need to be. Snuck that in there. That's probably it there because we're sort of forward. Might have to just bring it down a bit. Cool. Probably be able to take your rope off, Sarah. Okay, today we're going to glue the bulwark plank on. We did it about this time last year and I introduced all my lovely assistants, which we edited out and it was just ended up me talking.
Great.
So this is Sarah and Ifka. We're going to glue the portside bulwark plank on with Fixtech. We're going to use cotton buds to clean up the glue because it's quite a precise little cleanup. It's more than a one-person job, this one. So hopefully this morning it all goes smoothly and it'll be done.
Yeah, I think the reason why it's a bit of a cleanup job is because obviously it needs to be a super watertight glue joint, and Matt's made a cove on the bottom of the bulwark planks that continues behind every stanchion, so that water from the front of the boat could trickle its way down to the big openings, where the freeing port openings, where the water can then exit the boat. So most important is that we don't fill up that little cove with glue, because then we create little dams for the water to sit.
Yep.
Sorry.
We'll glue a line, fit half of the plank, clamp it down in place, begin clean up, and I'll start screwing it on.
Yeah, so the sequence of things is glue, set the plank on, screw it in, and once it's screwed in, it oozes out.
Yep.
And then we clean up the ooze on the bottom. This time around, we're not going to clean the ooze on the sides of the stanchions like we did there.
Okay.
Because we're going to let it cure and then cut it away.
Ah, that's smart.
Mostly because it didn't actually end up being all that nice.
Might need to quickly get another caulking gun because this one is really slow.
Sure.
How fast is this curing?
Pretty quick.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes quite fast, so like once again, this is full commitment, zero preparation. Probably should have got 2 guns ready, but I'm getting there anyway. If
Did we have 2 guns last time?
I can't remember, we'll have to, maybe one of our viewers will go back and have a look for us. Just a really bad caulking gun, this one. Alright, so we've got to bow it, then at some point lower it down. I'm just got to get my front in, so let's bring it down. It's got to come down, and then we're just going to have to commit like that.
Okay.
So that's sort of just full commitment. I think I'm there here, so. That's it. Then you can probably ease yours a bit more, Sarah.
It has to come down.
Yeah, and I'll just pop a couple of little clampos here to try and pull it down a bit.
Caught me at a very unsatisfactory moment.
Okay, so what I've been doing is creating a knee for the aft section of the boat. We have a knee either side, and then we'll have two knees in the middle of the boat that go on the deck. That then takes what I believe is called the taff rail, which is the aft rail on the transom there. I could have machined it out of sort of a solid piece of wood, but we had some deck planks left over from laying the deck, and they were a perfect size. I could split them in half and use them and put them through the thicknesser, as you may have seen, my chaotic thicknessing moments, but it works, you know, sometimes you just got to get it done. And then I bought up, I don't know how many's here, maybe 15 laminates together of about, let's say, 1/4 inch for the Imperials. And now I can throw it through the thicknesser and probably laminate some more sections on the bottom. But I've got to make two, so I've got to machine some more wood and laminate up another section and bulk out the back of this now. But it's quite a nice curve. So yeah, we'll just throw it through the thicknesser and make sure there's no voids in it, and then see how we go. Big whoopee whoop. Very strong, very solid. Okay team, today I'm putting the knees, bedding the knees down, gluing the knees on. These are the laminated knees that I showed you earlier. So I'll bed these down, fasten them, and then take the screws out and put bolts in later. Still waiting for bolts to arrive. But this means that then I can work on the actual taff rail on the spoiler itself. So I really need to bed these knees down. Should be a pretty straightforward process. Basically make lots of mess and get it everywhere is the general philosophy. I reckon I can handle that. Make mess and get it everywhere. Okay team, today we are gluing the cap rail on. We haven't filmed a lot of the creation of the cap rail as such. Gotten too carried away with creating the cap rail than filming creating the cap rail, but we are going to bed the cap rail on. The cap rail is the piece of wood that sits on top of the stanchions and the bulwark plank, and it goes around the whole boat. It leads back to the taff rail, what we're calling the spoiler, to make us go faster. So I'm trying to work my way aft to get the spoiler on. Today we're gluing a, I don't know, 20-25 foot length of coverboard of cap rail today. It's quite a procedure to prepare the planks to glue on because we have the stanchions coming up every couple of foot and the bulwark planks. So what I've done is marked it and scribed it and actually recessed it onto the bulwark plank and stanchion bases, so it becomes quite rigid in there, and we'll bed that down with glue. We're avoiding fasteners of any kind through the cap rail into the stanchion heads. That is just such a common way for them to rot out. It's textbook rot end grain facing up, screw going in, it's going to fall apart. So we're hoping to just bed it down with glue, and because it's recessed in, it'll be quite strong and sturdy. At a later date, if we feel worried, we'll maybe make some little brackets under the stanchions to hold it on. It depends when we get actual stanchions, the poles, like safety rails, how they're going to fasten in as well. So we're just going to wait. You'll be able to hang your body off this rail, no problem, like it's not going to fall off. So it's very strong. So yeah, recessing about 10 mil down the whole plank. You can see this plank here. I'll give you a little look in a minute. So we're going to put some glue on top of the rail, flip it over and bed it down, and work our way aft along the boat. There's various scarves within this cap rail. There's a lot of wastage traditionally making a cap rail, in my opinion. It's quite painful to do. You need a very wide plank to create the curve, to follow the curve of the hull. So I can only use, 2 metre pieces, 2.5 metre pieces with a 400 wide plank, 300, 400 wide plank, and by the time you get that curve out, you've wasted both sides of the plank. So it's pretty sad to do, in my opinion, but there's no other way around it. So as far as building Tarkine, this is probably the most wasteful use of timber we've had so far. Strip planking is not wasteful. It's not traditionally planked, so if you planked a boat, you'd have the same problem. You'd be cutting a lot of planks out of wider planks, and that's why we strip planked, is because you can use smaller stock and waste less wood. It involves a lot of glue then, but at least, you can use Tas oak hardwood, which is not as durable as a traditionally planked boat that needs a more durable type of wood, which is more expensive and more rare often. So yeah. I'll give you a little look at what we got prepped and then we'll glue it down. So here's sort of 10 mil down. Recess, that's the tape line along the plank the whole way up. Same on the outside, and the cap rail sits on top. The cap rail itself is here with all the tenons taken out and the plank itself. So that flips and recesses onto the top of this here. We've already bedded down the port side here for a section, and we're trying to work down the starboard side and get to the back of the boat. That's the dream. And not damage the deck at the same time. So yeah, I'll get the glue gun out and glue it down. Uh-oh, I'm out of glue.
No, it was gonna be one big motion.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Now I've got to go find some more glue.
And more fairies.
Guess where the sockets are, and then I'll start clamping it down at the front.
I'll keep it up on the back.
Yeah, if you come a bit further down so it doesn't whoop. I don't know if that was it, but throw a clamp on up here and see.
I meant to say it's not dead.
You wanted to say something?
No.
As always, a massive thanks to all our patrons, viewers, commenters, likers, all of you out there. We really appreciate the enthusiasm you give us and the drive to finish this project or keep the project moving. And we hope you enjoyed these videos. So thank you.